When we start a new activity in our lives, the biggest issue is not being constant enough. This is also true in any physical activity, especially because there is a straightforward sense of challenge that is within any physical activity. It is not easy to run for the first time. It is not easy to do an exercise for the first time, and people hate that feeling for the first time. I am pretty sure I did not enjoy it as I do now. How can you be constantly doing something you seem to hate when the rewards of doing it seem non-existent? Sure, you may do a job that you dislike for some time because otherwise you will not have a roof above your head, but there is not a monetary reward when you are trying to improve your health or gaining strength or muscle. The value of having better health and strength and muscle are only realized when you have them. So how can you expect somebody to do something for a reward that they will only realize its value when they finally reach it? Motivation seems to be a genuine way to push through all of these physical challenges. And although it can be the spark that starts the fire within you, let's be real. Many times when you are motivated because of something you have watched, you quickly forget it after a day or even a few hours. Discipline seems to be the strongest way to be consistent. The will and capacity to push through challenges because you are willing to do so even in the darkest moments of your life or when feeling pain or hardship. The point of discipline is to be able to push through everything worth pushing through. But will discipline work when the things you are pushing through seem meaningless and hopeless? Many times when we are trying to achieve anything related to our goals, this will be the case. Whether you are working out for health, muscle, strength, or whatever, even in anything else unrelated to fitness, there will be a point when you feel that all the effort you are putting in is meaningless because the things you wanted to achieve have not been achieved despite everything you have pushed through. And so now what? The answer is enjoyment. One of the keys to being consistent is to enjoy what you do. And when I say enjoyment, I mean the feeling of being fulfilled, not the hedonistic pleasure that you could get by busting a nut or eating something sweet. It is more the feeling that you have something to do, that you are doing it, and despite everything else, you did it. This feeling is not necessarily attached to results. Doing is enough to feel this way. Achieving is not necessary. In a way, every time you show up to work out, you are in a little story. You go to the place you will work out, you push through the exercises and the feelings of physical hardship, and then you go home victorious. You slew the dragon. You know what they say, the journey was more important than the destination. This is what separates the person that has trained for 10 years and the person that has only trained for a year. I do not know anybody that has worked out for so long that hates it or is indifferent. To be constant, then, we need to enjoy what we do. But how can you enjoy something you despise? This is the problem of only using discipline to keep working out. It may get you out from hardship and make you stronger, but it's not a reason to do something. If you want to work out constantly, then you must learn to not see it as a chore or something you despise or need to get over it. You need to see it more like a journey that is a good in itself. I believe everybody can learn to enjoy working out despite the feelings of physical suffering. After all, our body is made to move naturally and thus will reward us when we move. What is the activity that makes you feel enjoyment? Maybe to you is using dumbbells, to others is to use machines, to others is calisthenics, to others is weighted calisthenics, to others is rock climbing. Find your way. Don't let other people project their goals on you to persuade you to do something you despise. If you enjoy and therefore can be the most constant, then do not let them change your path. As an example, I like pure calisthenics training. I would like to build as much muscle as possible using only my own body weight, not even weighted calisthenics. Why? Because it makes me fulfilled. And I will not say it is the best because it is not, compared to the vast possibilities that you could find in a gym. Still, this is what makes me fulfilled and that I enjoy the most. So find what makes you fulfilled in fitness, what you could be the most constant in your life.